A new report has found that the attempted assassination of President-elect Trump in Butler, Pennsylvania on July 13 was preventable and should not have happened. The report blamed institutional breakdowns in the Secret Service as well as failures in security planning and execution, and most notably missteps in securing the building complex where the shooter fired 8 shots. Let's take a look.
I really see something that said, take a look at what happened.
You know, just looking at the footage, of course it was preventable, and it's just wild looking back at that footage, just how close this was to changing the course of history.
And, you know, it really doesn't make sense, because I've been to multiple events with Donald Trump, and I've been at events where I was the MC of an event and I was able to talk to Donald Trump, but there's 10 layers of Secret Service that I had to go to even interact with the guy. And so the fact that he was speaking in Butler, Pennsylvania, and that this shooter had the only line of sight that you could even reach him, none of it makes sense. It does not pass a smell test. And I think Donald Trump really should be very careful, because now you're seeing that Iran wants to assassinate him. All these other countries want to assassinate him. So I don't think they're going to stop. And I really hope there's not somebody that's trying to be insubordinate, or there's, you know, nefarious actions of people within the Secret Service. I really hope and pray that that is not the case. But I just wouldn't be surprised, because you and I both know that everybody's corruptible. With enough money, with enough influence, anybody can be corrupted. So I just hope this was more of a wake-up call and not a foreshadowing for something much worse.
Yeah, absolutely. Look, in major news in America, 26-year-old man Daniel Penny has been acquitted of homicide for putting a homeless man in a fatal chokehold, and it was a case that sparked weeks of protests and reignited debates over safety, mental illness and race. Jurors deliberated for 5 days before declaring that Daniel Penny was not guilty beyond a reasonable doubt in the death of 30-year-old Jordan Neely on a New York City subway in May 2023. Now, Daniel Penny has spoken to Fox News.
I'm not a confrontational person. I don't really extend myself. I think this type of thing is very uncomfortable. All this attention and limelight is very uncomfortable, and I would prefer without it. I didn't want any type of attention or praise, and I still don't. The guilt I would have felt if someone did get hurt, if he did do what he was threatening to do, would never be able to live with myself.
And Alex, there are also reports today that Penny's defence team is considering a malicious prosecution lawsuit against Alvin Bragg.
Well, they should. And you know what's really sad about this is that Jordan Neely was a young guy that had a criminal record, and he had assaulted multiple women between 2019 and 2021. But Daniel Penny was not trying to murder this guy. He was trying to subdue him. Daniel Penny is a veteran. He fought and defended this country. So he's willing to be a hero. And the people that are demonizing him just want a villain. You know, they want to play like they're a victim, when in reality, if you look at the video, it wasn't just Daniel Penny subduing Jordan Neely. There was also an African-American man there, and he was not charged. So my point is, it's a tragic situation. Daniel Penny didn't want to kill him. And when he saw that he was motionless in the video, he stopped. But it's just a bad situation. And when you have a guy that's on a train saying that he was ready to die and that the cops are going to arrest him, Daniel Penny reacted and did what he thought was right at that time. And he could have saved a life by doing that. And it's a very tragic situation. But if they go after Alvin Bragg, I would love that, because the New York criminal justice system is so corrupt, just the way that they went after Donald Trump. They deserve whatever they get. But it's just an unfortunate situation that Daniel Penny is, even though he got acquitted, he's still not happy about it. You know, you can tell he's not a guy that wants to be in the limelight. And it's like Kyle Rittenhouse. It's just a tough situation when something bad happens like this. It's a lose-lose for everybody.
Yeah, well said. Well, look, we've got to end it on a lighter note. Let's end it with a Joe Biden gaffe. There are plenty of those. Here he is, not really knowing what to say or what to do when his teleprompter stops.
And, you know, one of the things that's going on here, they just turned off my... I'm going to go down. I lost the electricity here. But anyway, one of the things we found is that, you know, we invented this the computer chip, size of the tip of your little finger.
5 more weeks. We only have 5 more weeks of this. What do you even have to say? We've seen so many of these clips. What are we going to play next?
Well, it's just crazy how for 3.5 years, the left would just hide the fact that obviously Joe Biden has some sort of cognitive issues. But you know what? I'm team Joe Biden. You know, I never liked him as president, but I'm happy it's his 5 last weeks. You know, he pardoned his son. Is that the right thing to do? You know, his son probably sold secret information to Ukraine and China, but he wouldn't be a good father if he didn't pardon him. So I'm at the point now where I've hated on Joe Biden so much. I'm just going to take it easy on the guy. He deserves to retire. Not a good president. Not all there. I can't wait for him to just go to Delaware and relax on the beach, because that's really what he deserves. That's the unfortunate situation, is that he was propped up to be a phony president, and he's been put through the ringer. So I'm ready for him to retire for his own health. And I have a feeling that once he's not president anymore, he's going to be able to start talking better. He's probably going to be A-okay. It's just very stressful being the president when you have no idea what's going on.
Alex Stein, so great to speak with you. Thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you. It's always a pleasure.